In resource management, we've got 4 guards, 2 downstairs guards, 2 upstairs guards. We can't change our disguise, and they all have to die in accidents. The special guards, the kind of elite guards, have to be killed with an explosion accident, but technically any other accident is fine for the other 2. We will do an explosion for all of them just because of the way this works out. So this contract is a curated featured contract made by Urban and curated by Fraudy7. Urban says in the contract description that this can be done with no loadout, suit only. So that's what we're going to do. This is technically also a no mastery run, since obviously we started at the default location, but I'm not bringing any stuff with me. If you want to bring a silenced pistol, that can definitely help, but we won't need it. So first thing we're going to do is try to get downstairs. I'm going to grab a coin here, because we will need the coin. Dodge the cameras. If you get recorded, it's not a big deal, because we will delete the recordings, but you don't want to be spotted. So there's a janitor key there in the IT room, which we can use to open this closet and disable the vault security. Now we're not going into the vault. The reason why we want to do this is that it gets one of the guards' attention, and he will come and walk out through this vault area door. So we don't need a security key card to get in here. We'll just go in as he leaves, and then we'll need to slip by everybody else. The good news is that the timing for this is pretty good, because as soon as we come in here, that guy who was standing next to the other guy will turn around and walk back towards the camera. We can do a little trick here. We're going to throw a coin in the corner. As soon as he turns around, we're going to delete the evidence. This is silent as long as you're doing it manually. Obviously, don't shoot it. We're going to pick up that gun, that loose pistol that's sitting there. Then we're going to come through here and grab a fire extinguisher. Again, we're not using this for any specific explosive task. All we're doing is we're going to kind of jam it here to wedge this door open, because again, we do not have a key card to get in there. We're going to get some rat poison and our first propane tank. We're going to need 3 propane tanks. While we're in the subject, we're going to go through there to open this door so that it stays unlocked later, and pick up an extra coin just in case, because we lost that coin with the other guard. Now we open the door, throw that first propane. That'll cause it to leak, and it should also get the attention of the guard. Sometimes, depending on the way you throw it and the way his AI works, he will get confused, in which case just wait for him to reset and do it again. You've got plenty of time. So we'll shoot there. As a bonus to this, I'm not going to knock anyone out. That makes it a lot easier, obviously, if you want to do that, but I'm choosing not to. So we're going to come back through here, and we're going to poison the ventilation system with a medic. You could use the chloroform if you don't mind knocking people out, but it won't matter either way, because we're not really going to be coming back through here. We're just going to gas those guys so that they stop reacting to our presence. Run back through here. We're going to open this little closet here with our janitor key again. There's a second propane in here. We're going to use that on this guy. Now, if you have a silenced pistol, partway up the stairs on the right, there's a little chandelier. You can easily lure the guard onto that spot and then drop the chandelier on his head, but it's a little riskier for me to do that because of positioning and the fact that I don't have a silenced gun for this run, so we'll just do it this way. Throw the propane in the corner, blow him up. The janitor should run away. Now we just have to kind of wait for these guys to either clear the stairs or go the other way. One disadvantage of doing the emetic is that one of those guards who was sick got into a panic, but it really doesn't matter either way. We're just kind of hiding from these guys until they can give us an opening, and then we're going up the stairs. Now, I didn't expect this guy would just stand there. Usually he comes down too, but he's a checkpoint guard and he won't move. Just run past him and you'll be back in a public area. So now we need to cross over to the other side, and there's a chance because of the previous explosion with the first target that that guy there will not be there, in which case you can just run through. He is there. Some other guard must have been taking care of the body in this case, but fortunately we unlocked that door by going through it earlier, so we can just go out this way. The second thing you want to watch out for is there's a guard that will come through that door on the right. You can see on instinct he's leaning over the railing. He can see right up these stairs, so just make sure he's not looking. Again, there's plenty of time for this, so don't panic too much. And then back here is a third propane. So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to sneak to the top floor, which sounds difficult in our suit, but is actually quite easy. We're just going to crouch, run through the investment banker's floor here. On the right, there's a woman that goes back and forth. Just kind of watch out for her if your timing's a little off. Outside of that, though, we just run straight through here, climb up here, up again. Now keep an eye out for Fabian Mann. At this point in time, he should be in the office there on the right. Sometimes he's coming up or down the stairs. Just be aware of that and let him pass if you need to. We're going to come in here and we're going to turn on the frosted glass. This seems like it's irrelevant, but what it'll do is cause that guard to run or to walk over and hang out with his friend, they happen to be the two remaining targets. We're going to kind of hug that wall, try to dodge the secretary. He can definitely head turn you in some ways. And then this part's a little random. You've got to throw the propane so that it leaks and then shoot it. But propane is really weirdly bouncy, and so there's a chance that it's just going to bounce completely wrong and not get those guys, and there's really nothing you can do but reset at that point. The explosion will get the attention of the guards because the downstairs people are panicking. It's a weird way that the sound works here. They can't hear the explosion, but the people elsewhere down the stairs on the other side can. So we'll just slip through behind them, and then we need to deal with all these enforcers that have run down the stairs because they'll be enforcing trespassing once they calm down. Either hide behind that door that I was hiding behind, or come in here if you have an opportunity and get in the locker. We're just going to wait. Again, no hurry here. Just let everybody calm down. Once that's done, we'll head down the stairs here. Now, a faster exit would be to go past those two guys on the left, the fired banker and stuff, and go out using the janitor key door. But it is a little risky. You might get spotted by one of them, so instead I'll just run back out through that checkpoint, which again, as soon as you're back on the trespassing area, the guards don't have time to register that you were in an illegal area. So they just let you leave, and we'll just head straight for the main entrance. So we didn't knock anyone out. Got all 4 of our targets with explosion accidents. We didn't bring in anything with us, and we pretty much picked up only what we needed. So we didn't do it quickly, obviously. That's usually going to be the case for a restriction run like this, but we should have done it effectively if everything worked out right. And indeed we did. So that's Silent Assassin. Now, what might this look like if we were going without any of those restrictions? Okay, so we'll start as an investment banker instead. You may remember that the third propane we picked up is just right over here. So it's right where we start. You can't go through those 2 doors that are right next to you because there's a pass guard there. For some reason, though, you can go through them this way. The pass guard lock is on the other side. I do not know why that is, but it is that way. And with the propane tank in hand, we're going to go upstairs. And we're just going to ignore the cameras. We're just going to run right through them because we'll be turning them off regardless. So go ahead and get recorded. You're allowed to be up here as an investment banker. It's not going to compromise you. Once again, we're going to turn off the frosted glass. And this time, we're going to be able to position things a little better because we're not trespassing and neither of these guards is an enforcer. So we just kind of drop it on the ground and drop an EMP charge there. One of them will see that EMP charge and pick it up, but that doesn't matter because they can be set off in people's pockets. So we can blow those 2 up at our leisure. Next thing we're going to need to do is take care of that evidence that recorded us. So we're just going to shoot the recorder there and then run around this way. That guy on the right that comes out of the bathroom may be a problem, so move quickly. Now we're just going to go this way, past the fired banker here, and pick up our loot here. You're going to need the electric phone and the proximity taser. The remote taser also works, but whatever. So you're going to stash one of those in that location. And we're going to use these on the last 2 targets. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to sneak over here, kind of drop this thing as straight down as we can. So we want to make sure that this guy hears it, but we also want to make sure that that guard at the checkpoint doesn't see us throw it, so don't move too quickly after you've thrown it, or you get kind of residual spots. Then we're just going to run up here and throw the phone here. Now make sure that the guard actually sees you do it, because otherwise it can cause some weird things to happen when you actually ring the phone. And unfortunately, he's going to go get the phone, but it's going to take him many seconds. I tried to come up with a way to do this with something else, but unfortunately it didn't work very well. And while we're waiting, we'll use the EMP to blow up our 2 friends upstairs. And as soon as the phone guy actually takes himself out, we will exit. There we go. That's a bit faster. I'm sure there are much faster ways to get this done, but did do it pretty quickly. Not too bad.